What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So previously I made a video on mods under 200 bucks, and today we're going to continue the saga and we're going to do mods under $500. So this video is going to be from 200 bucks to 500 bucks. So if you have a little bit more money burning a hole in your pocket, stay tuned. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so starting off with a leveling kit. So I've got the Bilstein 5100s set to 2.6 inches, which allows me to run 35s. So the Bilstein 5100s, you can get the front and rear for 475 bucks. Bilsteins all the way around from my guys over at 797 Performance. The Bilsteins, in my opinion, there's not a better option for leveling your truck. Budget friendly, rides great. People say they ride stiff. Go over a bump and let me know how stiff they are. These things soak up bumps way better than factory. You can hit a speed bump at like 25 and the Bilsteins just laugh at it. So maybe they're slightly stiffer. I really didn't notice much difference in stiffness over the factories, but trust me, go over a bump, let me know how stiff they are. So this is a fantastic budget option. Like I said, they ride great. Just a way better option than going with spacers. Spacers are a huge no-no. Just don't run them. I've been there, done that. Ruins top hats. It's just not worth it. So just don't do it. Like I said, 475 bucks. You really can't beat it. Which brings me to the next thing, the Rough Country upper control arms. So these are $299. In my opinion, they're really not necessary. Everybody says when you level these trucks, you need to put upper control arms on them. When I installed the Bilsteins, my ball joint angle with the factory upper control arms was just fine. I didn't see a reason to upgrade them, but I got a huge deal on these, so I just threw them in anyways. So if you're worried about it, throw them in. It's the best, cheapest option out there for upper control arms. And obviously, ball joint angle looks nice. And it didn't really look that bad before with the stocks. So my 4th gen was leveled for like 85,000 miles on the stock upper control arms, and I never had one problem. So if you want to run them for peace of mind, it's $299. It's really not that bad. So moving on to the next piece of suspension, we're going to go to the back here. So if you set your Bilsteins to max height, you're more than likely going to have to lift the rear. I needed 1 inch to get the truck perfectly level with the Bilsteins maxed out at 2.6 inches. So what I did for that initially was I had the Eibach 1-inch coils in the back. They were awesome. They rode really good. They soaked up bumps unbelievably. You can hit a bump and the rear end stayed pretty well planted, much better than factory. But I since then upgraded to the Cargo Max. I don't know if you can see them, but I've got the Cargo Max plus 35% load increase springs in there right now. Much better for towing. They come in at about 200 bucks, $201, but you can pick them up on Rock Auto for a little bit cheaper. I think I paid like $190 for them. I don't know if you can see them. Huge improvement. I do have a video on them. So they also give the lift I need to offset the Bilsteins in the front. So I gained exactly 1 inch with those, plus more towing capacity, less squat. It's definitely a no-brainer. So again, if you are going with the Bilsteins and you're going to max them out, you're probably going to have to lift the rear. I highly suggest going with the Cargo Max coils for 200 bucks or so, and it will lift your truck 1 inch to make it exactly level, and it will give you some added towing capability as well with with less squat. Just a way better coil than stock, just way beefier. The truck feels so much more planted. It just feels way better when towing with those beefier coils back there. All right, guys, moving on, the M&R dual 40-inch light bar setup. So I've got the white and amber in there, as you can tell. So for the dual 40-inch light bar kit, it's $504 after my discount code. Remember to use it. It'll save you almost $60. So regularly they're like $559 with my discount. They're a little bit above 500 bucks. They're $504, but it is an awesome setup. So what's nice about going with the dual amber and white setup is you can kill the white and just run the amber if you have it ran that way, which I do. I've got both these light bars on separate switches, so I can run one or the other or both, as you can tell. The nice thing about going with the dual setup is, if you live where it snows or it's foggy, you can just run the amber bar and it'll really help cut through the snow, cut through the fog, much better than white lighting. So 504 bucks after my discount code for the dual setup. Now you can buy a single row. They do make a single row kit, which is like 180 bucks cheaper. You can go that route as well. That's how they look off. So looks pretty cool in there. They do also make a backlit version of these bars. I don't have the backlit version, but you can opt for that. I don't remember exactly how much more it is. It's a few bucks more. So if you wanted to go with like a white bar and an amber backlit, it looks pretty cool. So the M&R dual 40-inch light bars, really sleek, clean, and really great output. All right, moving on to the next thing, the SS3 fogs. So I have the Pro Series with the amber backlit, and my truck does have the OEM LEDs, but I swapped out my OEM LED fogs for a halogen setup so I can specifically run the SS3s, because in my opinion, it's much cleaner looking than the SSC2s that are made for OEM LED trucks. So I highly recommend going this route. I think the SS3 has better output than having two SSC2s in there. So you can get the brackets and bezels for next to nothing. They're like 50 or 60 bucks for everything. And it will allow you to run the SS3s in there. So I have the SS3 Pros with the amber backlit, which I highly recommend getting the Pros over the Sports. I ran the Sports. The Sports actually had some really awesome output, but the Pros are only 100 bucks more. And trust me when I tell you, it is definitely worth spending the extra 100 bucks on the Pros. So if you want the backlit, it's an extra 40 bucks. So the Sports come in at $279. The Pros, 100 bucks more, $379. If you want a backlit, you add 40 bucks to that. But like I said, I would go with the Pros. So in case you're not familiar, once you hit the fog lights, the amber backlit turns off automatically. And remember to use code GOMANGO392 over on the Diode website. It'll save you on the shipping, which is about 20 bucks. So you'll save a little bit there. But like I said, definitely go with the Pros. If you don't want to spend the Pro money, the Sports are definitely a solid option. Still way more output than the factory LEDs. So can't go wrong with either, but trust me when I tell you, the Pros are worth the extra 100 bucks. So since we're on the subject of lighting, I'm gonna throw in the aux beam AR600 switch panel in there. So I've got ditch lights and I've got the light bars as well. So this is the AR600. It's like 230 bucks. It is RGB, so you can change the color of the switch panel. And it is also Bluetooth, so you can control your lights from your phone. Super clean. I just have this little wire ran here. That's literally the only wire that you see in this truck for all of my lights. So it's a fantastic budget option. You've got the cool RGB, you've got Bluetooth. There's really nothing more. Let me close this door because I can't stand that dinging. There's really nothing more you need out of a switch panel. So everything is right here. And by the way, it fits perfect in this cell phone holder. It's a really nice, clean option for controlling all of your lights. And by the way, it does have an auto dim feature, so at nighttime, it's got a little light sensor. I don't know if you can see it right there. So when it's dark out, the switch panel dims, so it's not super bright. But if you hit mode, it will shut the, I'll show you. If you hit mode, it'll shut the RGB off anyways. So you can either run with the RGB on or off. I usually run it off, but again, it will auto dim, which is another cool feature. So a really solid option for controlling all of your lights at a pretty good price. All right, moving on to one of my most favorite interior mods, Clasio seat covers. Just made a video on these. These are $3.99, and these are the synthetic leather. I had these on my 4th gen, the PVC version, not the leather version. They held up great. They looked fantastic. I actually like the looks of the 5th gen ones more than the 4th gen ones. So $3.99, in my opinion, there's not a better seat cover on the market for the price. They fit perfect. You can literally not even tell that they're seat covers. I mean, they fit so good. Hug around the seat, everything about them is perfect. They look great. They're supposed to be very durable. Like I said, I had the PVC version on my 4th gen for a few years. They're fantastic. Really just transforms the whole interior of the truck. They clean really easy. They feel really good. So Clasio seat covers. Now for my guys with real trucks, meaning a 6-foot bed, which results in having a quad cab, unless you are fortunate and have a crew cab. If you have got a quad cab, I don't even have my rear seats in, so it doesn't pertain to me. But if you have a quad cab, I went over this in the Clasio video. If you have a quad cab without the center armrest in the back seat, they do not make a kit for that. So I bought just the fronts because I've got a quad cab without the armrest in the rear, which I didn't even know was a thing in the quad cabs. But that doesn't matter at all because, as you can tell, my seats aren't even in it. I've got plenty of room for the dogs. So if you've got a quad cab without the center armrest, keep that in mind. You're only going to be able to buy the fronts, which is a bummer. Hopefully they get that sorted out one of these days. Apparently they're aware of it. So maybe they're working on something for quad cabs without the rear armrest. All right guys, that is gonna do it for this video. So those are just a few things that you can do under 500 bucks, give or take. The M&R dual light bar was a slight exception at 504 bucks. So if you guys have questions on anything, hit me up in the comments. And I hope this video helps you guys spend some money. We'll catch you on the next one.